Beautiful trade on NQ this morning for about a 1 to 5. Took most of my profit off at a 1 to 3 here. Beautiful delivery off of this 15-minute order block. Ran ultimately for a 1 to 8. And then I took another little trade up here. This was a bit of degeneracy. Exited out right after. Broke even. Ultimately was just trying to catch the move up into the daily fair value gap. Consequent encroachment. And I had left a runner, but price had moved so fast to my TP that I didn't get a chance to adjust the final runner. Made about 9K across all of the accounts this morning, as you could see. And I'm going to go ahead and rewind this. That way we can break it down. Right off the bat here, I noticed we were at a bearish PD array. We had a 4-hour fair value gap. However, on the daily time frame, we did have higher draws on liquidity up. So if we look not at this candle currently, but at the candle beforehand, you could see before Monday's candle opened, we had left previous week's high, we had left this fair value gap open on the daily, and we also had a previous day high to draw to. And if we go to the 4-hour, you could see London high was above here, London low was here. So I was thinking we could potentially come and sweep that high before taking London low, and at that point we'd either continue higher to the daily level or we would do a New York reversal and start to hunt London low, which is what ultimately ended up happening. So now that you have the higher time frame context, let's go ahead and drop down to the 15-minute again, and you could see right before market open we were ultimately trending bullish. It was a little wicky, but we had left fair value gap here and we had also left an order block. Now, my focus was mainly on this order block down below, as this fair value gap didn't get respected. It technically got closed past. However, we did leave a low here. We swept a low here, and it was right above the 15-minute order block mean threshold. If we leave this intact, if we leave London low intact and continue higher, that would be a perfect New York continuation profile right from the open. So that's what I was anticipating. Ended up putting my order down here. First TP would be at a 1 to 3, 10-point stop loss, just as I teach in my top ticking and bottom ticking strategy. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and check it out here. And I actually used half risk today just because it was a non-news Monday. You can see market opens, we get tapped in, and price does in fact reach our TP. We'll drop to the lower time frames so you can see more specifically what we had going on here. You can see we were filled perfectly on that order block mean threshold there. Ran for a 1 to 3, took off a partial, and then I left my other partial up at this high right here. I tried to split it up at the end and move one up here, but I ended up getting filled so fast that it took me out of my entire position. So that was the first trade. And then once that happened and I was out of my position, I did try to swing for another one. Wasn't going right away, so I just closed it because I realized I was being a bit of a degenerate. So I decided to close that position and be happy with what we got for the morning. Beautiful display of the New York continuation profile using the turtle soup entry model that I teach. Amazing strategy for me, especially in current market conditions where it's a little bit choppier and you see like IFEGs and stuff like that usually don't end up offering the best moves, at least as of right now in these conditions. And whenever it loses, it simply just wicks you out very quickly. You lose a couple $100 per account and it's no big deal because you just get it back in the next setup. Hope you guys enjoyed this trade recap. If you did, comment below. More content coming for you guys very, very soon. Take care, everyone. Be blessed, and we'll see you boys in the next one. Let's fucking go.